The simplest and greatest wisdom of understanding life, Tolstoy's What is Man Living By? Dear readers, do you ever feel your mind ache and think of reading as a complicated and difficult task? Perhaps you believe it's a distant story from your life, as tedious as studying for exams, or even something exclusive to those with high knowledge and culture. But today, I want to introduce you to a magical story that shatters all preconceptions and gives us profound insights that shake our lives to the core. This is the Russian literary giant Leo Tolstoy's short story, What is Man Living By? This book is not thick. Its words are not difficult, and the sentence structures are simple. It reads like a comfortable fairy tale once told by your grandmother during childhood. Yet, within it lies profound wisdom that answers fundamental questions about the essence of humanity and the meaning of life, leaving an indelible echo in your heart. It presents deeply reflective themes that every living human being should ponder, at least once in their lifetime, in the most approachable and warmest way possible. Leo Tolstoy, the Russian literary giant, poses life's question. Let me briefly introduce the author, Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy is the renowned Russian literary giant who left an indelible mark on world literature with masterpieces like War and Peace and Anna Karenina. However, he was not merely a novelist but also a great philosopher and thinker who spent his life pondering the true meaning of life and moral values. Though born into a wealthy aristocratic family, he gradually realized that material wealth could not bring true happiness to humanity. He deeply empathized with the lives of the poor and peasants. In his later years, he gave up all his possessions, lived a simple life, and practiced the values of love, nonviolence, and sharing. What is Man Living By? Is a work that fully embodies Tolstoy's spiritual world. Instead of complex philosophical arguments, he wanted to convey the answers he found to his readers using a short parable that everyone could understand. The plot of What is Man Living By? Is that of an angel's suffering and enlightenment. The story's central narrative is very concise. It is the tale of an angel named Michael, who is punished by God and falls into the human world. Michael, as a human body, wanders barefoot in the cold winter. He is discovered by a poor but kind cobbler named Simon. Simon is worried about his evening meal, and his wife Matryona is angry that her husband has returned home again with empty hands after drinking. Initially, Matryona scolded Simon for bringing an unknown man home, but eventually, she gives Michael warm clothes and soup to wear and eat, unable to bear his frozen state and Simon's pleas. Michael quietly lives at Simon's house while learning to make shoes. He neither smiles nor speaks, but he silently observes the words and actions of the people visiting Simon's shop. Through 3 significant events, his face slowly lights up with a smile, and he finally understands why he was cast down into the human world, as well as the answers to the 3 fundamental questions about human life. First realization: one day, a noble woman visits Simon to order shoes for her child. However, it is actually the woman's late sister's twin children who she brings. She says that the twins, who were orphaned at a young age, grew up healthily and beautifully due to her love and care. At this moment, Michael smiles for the first time. He finds the answer to the question, what is it that humans have within them? The answer is love. Seeing the woman who, despite having abandoned her children, raised them with love, Michael realizes that humans are capable of selfless, devoted love for others beyond selfishness. Second realization: soon after, a wealthy aristocrat visits Simon to order a pair of top-quality shoes and even signs a document for payment, stating that he will take responsibility if he dies before receiving them. But the next evening, the aristocrat dies without even trying on the shoes. At this moment, Michael smiles for the second time. He discovers the answer to the question, what is it that humans are not given? The answer is the ability to know what they truly need. Humans cannot foresee their future or even predict their daily needs. Tolstoy highlights the foolishness of people who pursue wealth and material abundance while forgetting that life can vanish in an instant. Third realization: as time passes, the noblewoman's twin children, who had once smiled when they first saw Michael, grow into beautiful young women and visit Simon's shop. In their eyes, Michael sees the same light of love. From the side of the two strong, resilient young women who grew up through the love of their aunt and their mutual support despite losing their parents, Michael finds the answer to his final question. He joyfully smiles as he realizes the answer to the question, what is man living by? Michael then reveals his identity and states, man does not live by worries of the flesh, but by love. The insights from What is Man Living By? Life's wisdom beyond knowledge and culture. This brief story may sound like a simple fable, but the meaning it contains carries a powerful message that penetrates our entire lives. Even those who find reading difficult can gain profound reflections through this story. 1. The true value beyond material abundance. We often believe that visible material things like money, power, reputation, and good looks will bring us happiness. We strive tirelessly for better homes, more expensive cars, and more money. However, Tolstoy vividly reveals the futility of such desires through the scene where a wealthy aristocrat orders the finest shoes but dies before even trying them on. He illustrates that the true strength supporting our lives is not our bank balance or social status, but the small acts of love and solidarity we offer each other. The paradoxical truth is revealed that Simon's life, which is just barely enough to survive each day, is more abundant than the aristocrat's life, which is consumed by greed and ignorance of their own destiny. 2. The power of humanity beyond selfishness. Matriona initially gets angry at Simon for bringing home a strange man, a purely realistic and selfish reaction. However, when she sees Michael on the verge of freezing to death, sympathy and compassion blossom in her heart, leading her to offer warm clothes and food. This small act not only saves a life but also brings unexpected peace and blessing into Simon's household. Sometimes, our surroundings may appear dominated by selfishness and individualism. Yet, this book reminds us that deep within human nature lies a warm heart toward others, love, the most powerful driving force in life. It shows how small acts of kindness can transform our lives and society. 3. Life's unpredictability and humility. The second realization, that humans are not given the ability to know what they truly need, teaches us humility. We cannot accurately predict the future. Therefore, we must do our best in the present, be grateful for each day, and accumulate love and goodwill rather than fear the unpredictable future. Although wealth and reputation can vanish in an instant, love remains an eternal value. True wisdom begins when we realize how fragile our plans and desires are and when we humbly accept life without arrogance. 4. The ultimate answer to all questions in life. Love. Michael concludes, man lives by love. This is not an abstract slogan. From the love Simon's family showed Michael, the love the aunt demonstrated by raising the twin orphans, to the sisterly love of the orphans who grew together, all events and characters in the novel are connected by the singular value of love. Love begins by giving food to the hungry and clothing to the cold. It is empathy for others' suffering, cherishing each other's existence, and the heart to forgive and understand. Tolstoy was certain that regardless of the situation or question we face, the ultimate answer lies in this love. Regardless of knowledge or culture, love is the most universal and great truth that every human can experience and practice. Why this book is essential for you? Are you currently feeling overwhelmed by the weight of life? Do you feel lost, unsure why you're struggling so hard to live? Do you feel lonely and conflicted in your relationships with others? What is man living by? We'll offer you clear and warm answers to these questions. This book isn't about conveying complex and difficult knowledge. Instead, it reminds us of the simplest and most crucial values we often overlook in life. For those who don't read much, it can serve as the first step to experiencing the power of a book's emotional comfort, insight, and understanding. It is a story that breaks down the barrier of literature and explores human emotions and truths that we all can deeply resonate with. Sometimes, one book can offer greater insights than hundreds of lectures or decades of experience. Tolstoy's short story will help you change your perspective on the world, rebuild relationships with others, and ultimately, enrich your life with meaning and abundance. Having a lot of knowledge does not automatically bring wisdom in life. Instead, what matters is having a pure and open heart willing to explore the essence of life. What is Man Living By? Is a book open to everyone with such a heart. I truly hope this book helps you discover the seed of love within you and nurture it to bloom into beautiful flowers. Today, right now, meet this great story. Listen to Tolstoy's question and sincerely wish that your life may shine brighter through the answers he provides. The true answer to what is man living by will likely begin from within your own heart.